Time Magazine's most influential list? More like the most manipulated. Ryan Reynolds just exposed himself, and not in the charming Deadpool way. From fake awards to insider deals, the picture-perfect empire he built with Blake Lively is falling apart. And guess what? The cracks are no longer invisible. This is the Hollywood scam no one saw coming, until now. Ryan Reynolds graced the cover of Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential companies, but how did he get there? According to new reports, it wasn't merit. It was marketing. The man behind Maximum Effort allegedly used insider connections to land a spot, raising serious questions about whether influence is being earned or bought. And he's not alone. Blake Lively, his equally PR-savvy partner, was also celebrated as one of the most influential people in the world. Her accomplishment? A donation to the NAACP back in 2019. That's right, a 6-year-old charitable act was suddenly spun into a 2025 honor. Together, they've turned Time magazine covers into shields, deflecting criticism, lawsuits, and mounting public backlash with glossy photos and virtue signaling. But the internet isn't buying it anymore. People are asking, who paid for the press and what are they trying to hide? For years, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were Hollywood's golden couple. Relatable, funny, picture perfect. But now, the illusion is crumbling. What once looked like a flawless partnership is being exposed as a carefully controlled PR operation. Every sarcastic tweet, every stage selfie, every charity mention, it's all part of a strategy to keep their public image clean while chaos brews behind the scenes. The lawsuits, the smear campaign allegations, the whistleblowers. It's not just bad press anymore, it's a credibility collapse. And fans are catching on. The same audience that once saw them as couple goals is now side-eyeing every public move. Blake, once vocal on Instagram about justice and advocacy, has suddenly gone radio silent. After supposedly winning in court, she vanished. No celebratory post, no victory lap, nothing. That silence? It's louder than any press release. Meanwhile, Ryan's still out here cracking jokes like Deadpool's not being dragged through PR mud, but people aren't laughing. They're questioning everything. Enter James Vushka, a Daily Mail reporter who might have just blown this Hollywood charade wide open. Initially, Vushka backed Blake's narrative. He even filed a sworn statement downplaying her alleged smear campaign against Justin Baldoni. But behind the scenes, he says he was pressured into it. Rather than staying silent, Vushka did the unthinkable. He flipped. He ditched his corporate legal team and brought in celebrity attorney Mark Garagos, known for going head-to-head with the powerful. You don't hire Garagos unless you're ready for war. Vushka's about-face paints a damning picture of how far Ryan and Blake's team may have gone to protect their empire. Media manipulation, legal intimidation, narrative control. And now, with whistleblower status on his side, Vushka isn't just pointing fingers. He's unraveling the entire cover-up. This isn't just about bad press. It's about alleged coercion, silencing dissent, and manufacturing a reality the public was never meant to question. But now, with insiders speaking out, the truth is crashing through the filter, and it's uglier than anyone expected. If you think Ryan Reynolds is just a witty guy cracking jokes in a Deadpool suit, you've been played. Behind that lovable, sarcastic exterior is one of Hollywood's most calculated brand architects. From the ashes of Green Lantern, Ryan built a career on failure spin. Every flop became a punchline. Every controversy became a marketing win. Like the infamous Peloton ad scandal, while the internet dragged the brand, Ryan turned it into a viral promo for Aviation Gin. Instant attention, instant profit. And then there's Wrexham, the struggling Welsh football club he co-bought, sold to the world as a feel-good community project. But look closer, it's a PR goldmine. Documentary deals, merch sales, endless press coverage. Heartwarming? Sure, but also highly profitable. Ryan's mastered turning public disasters into brand opportunities. It's not authenticity, it's fast advertising. His company, Maximum Effort, doesn't just market products, it hijacks headlines. Whatever's trending, he's flipping it into a carefully staged comeback. That's the playbook. Stage charm, hijack attention, and stay one step ahead of backlash. But now, the cracks are showing. The jokes are wearing thin. And audiences are asking, is this really clever? Or just corporate manipulation in a Deadpool mask? If Ryan's out here overexposing himself in the spotlight, Blake Lively has done the opposite. She's disappeared. After her so-called legal win, you'd expect fireworks on Instagram. Celebratory posts, empowerment speeches, maybe even a thinly veiled dig at her critics. But instead, nothing. Total silence. And for someone who built her persona on public advocacy, that silence is deafening. Remember, the last time headlines favored her, Blake couldn't wait to post, posing as the fierce voice for victims, playing the activist wife. But now that the narrative's messy, her social feeds are suddenly scrubbed of the Justice Warrior Act. It's almost like the activism only shows up when it's convenient, when it boosts the brand. And that's exactly what critics are calling out. The selective outrage, the staged morality, and the way she dips in and out of causes depending on what the PR team suggests. Meanwhile, insiders say the Van Zan-Sham lawsuit, the one Blake's camp pushed hard, is looking more like a calculated distraction than a cry for justice. And her silence now? It's not damage control, it's confirmation. The act is cracking. Let's get back to where this all started. Time magazine. What used to be a badge of honor has turned into the smoking gun of this entire scandal. Ryan Reynolds' company, Maximum Effort, gets listed as one of the 100 most influential companies. Blake Lively gets honored as one of the most influential people. But when you peel back the layers, it all starts to reek of backroom deals. Time magazine's current owner, Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff, and guess who his Hollywood power player buddy is? Ari Emanuel, the same Ari who just happens to be Ryan's agent. It's all connected. Cozy dinners, elite parties, media favors, and suddenly 2 stars in the middle of legal chaos and public backlash are being praised like cultural icons. Coincidence? Or strategy? The timeline doesn't lie. First, Blake gets her image rehabbed with a civil rights nod. Then, a few months later, Ryan's business is promoted. Add in a glitzy gala, some smiling photo ops, and boom, PR magic. The message is clear. If you can't win the public, just buy the narrative. But here's the problem with building your empire on smoke and mirrors. Eventually, the audience sees through it. And now, even Ryan and Blake's most loyal fans are turning. What used to be charming now feels calculated, their once relatable couple act, forced, awkward, desperate, and the internet isn't as easy to fool as it was 5 years ago. Social media users are calling out the staged photo ops, the suspicious silences, and the cringeworthy attempts at damage control. Every backhanded joke, every closed comment section, every coincidental media feature is being dissected and exposed. Ryan might still be performing on every stage that'll have him, making subtle jabs at Justin Baldoni, promoting his latest brand, and swearing by integrity. But no one's buying it. The sarcasm doesn't hide the strategy anymore. It highlights it. Their empire, once held together by public goodwill, now feels like it's glued with duct tape and denial. And the louder the backlash gets, the harder they cling to the image that made them famous in the first place. But the image is cracking, and everyone sees it. For a couple who preach integrity, justice, and accountability, Ryan and Blake's entire brand is built on the opposite. They love the spotlight when they control the narrative, but the second real criticism hits, they vanish, deflect, or double down on spin. Ryan boasts about transparency while shutting down comment sections. He takes jabs at Baldoni but plays victim when anyone fires back. And Blake? She'll speak on social justice, only when it helps sell products or bury bad press. Their selective activism has become a brand of its own. One minute, they're the moral compass of Hollywood. The next, they're silencing whistleblowers and cozying up to powerful media puppeteers, all while pretending it's about community, family, and doing what's right. And now with whistleblowers like James Vushka stepping forward, exposing how narratives were manipulated and insiders pressured, there's no more hiding behind sarcastic wit or soft-focus Instagram filters. The PR machine is breaking, the spin cycle is jammed, and what's left? A hollow brand, built on charm, collapsing under the weight of its own hypocrisy. Ryan Reynolds has spent the last decade convincing the world he's just a regular guy. Humble, funny, family-focused, but the truth? He's one of the most calculated media manipulators in the business. From hijacking viral moments to spinning failures into branding gold, Ryan's built a career on distraction. Remember Green Lantern? A cinematic disaster that would have ended most careers, but Ryan turned it into a running joke, a joke that became a shield. The relatable failure card he now plays in every interview. Then came Maximum Effort, his ad agency that doesn't just market products, it manufactures viral spin. Peloton's PR nightmare? Ryan turned it into an aviation gin ad within days. Wrexham FC, framed as a heartfelt rescue mission, but really a slick expansion strategy wrapped in feel-good storytelling. Every emotional documentary shot, every Deadpool quip, every humble brag, it's all choreographed. A business plan masquerading as authenticity. He's not reacting to the culture, he's exploiting it. And now, even the most casual observers are realizing it's not wit, it's a well-oiled PR machine disguised as charm. Ryan and Blake spent years turning every scandal into a marketing opportunity, every stage moment into a brand win. They built Hollywood's most polished PR empire, complete with Time magazine covers, charity optics, and relatable love story packaging. But now, it's all coming apart. Behind the smiling red carpet photos and inspirational sound bites is a trail of contradictions, insider manipulation, and relentless image control. Whistleblowers are speaking out, fans are waking up, and the empire, once bulletproof, is now full of holes. Time magazine awards used as shields, lawsuits used as storylines, activism used as advertising. It's not just disingenuous, it's exposed. The very tools that kept them untouchable are now turning against them. And here's the twist. The downfall isn't being driven by tabloids or critics, it's being fueled by the very audience they once charmed. People who believed in them, people who now see the truth. No sarcastic Deadpool joke, no viral Wrexham moment, no glossy magazine cover can fix what's unraveling. The curtain's been pulled back, and the PR fantasy is over.